Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Catherine and I'm focused on being the real life athlete. I feel like so often we see on social media all these incredible athletes that have time to train 2 to 4 hours a day, perfect absolutely every meal, and pay for personal coaches and have everything perfectly curated for them. And honestly, that is just not realistic for most of us. But that does not mean we cannot still achieve our fullest potential as an athlete and human being. I am currently an optometry student and struggle sometimes to fit training into my busy schedule, but it is possible, and I hope to motivate and show you that you can do it too. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Today is the start of my week of training. I am still working on recovering from my glute and quad and Achilles injury. Sorry if you hear my dog playing in the background. But with that, this week is just going to be a lot of easy running. I'll probably introduce speed workouts next week. And this week I'm just trying to keep building my base again and work on staying healthy so that I don't get injured too early on in this training block. But it's about 6:30 right now. I'm having a bowl of Purely Elizabeth instant oatmeal and then a cup of coffee with some collagen powder in it. Apparently collagen powder is supposed to help strengthen your tendons. Collagen has a ton of benefits, but drinking it right before your run can be really beneficial for your tendons. And I'm also obviously just having some water with some creatine in it. I am going to kind of take my time to get going this morning, probably do a little bit of school, and then maybe go out for my run around 7:30. I like to hydrate and caffeinate before I go run, especially if I wake up feeling a little bit more tired, which I am today, and that's fine. Today, I am just doing 3 to 4 easy miles, run, walk if needed. Really, really, really trying to prioritize keeping my heart rate below 140 and seeing how my Achilles does. That is the plan for today, and I will take you along with me and check in on how it's going. Okay, we are about 2 miles in, feeling really good. I have finally dropped my pace a little bit. I was so slow for me last week, which is expected coming off of a lot of time off, but I'm happy that I'm finally starting to drop back into my usual easy run paces. Sorry, there was something in the forest here that kind of scared me. So far so good. Achilles are feeling really good. Glute, tiny bit of sharpness. Ruby is kind of being a little bit difficult, but she's starting to chill out now that she is getting a little bit tired. We're stopping because she has to, oh my gosh, go to the bathroom again. But we have not walked or anything, which is really nice. So very happy with this run, and gonna finish up 2 more miles and then go eat some real breakfast. Hello everyone, it is currently 10:10. I got back from my run at 8 a.m. and these past 2 hours have flown by so quickly. I got home and I stretched, made breakfast, and then I started studying and I edited a TikTok. And all of a sudden it's 10 a.m. But that's okay because I felt like I have had time to recover from my run and I am ready to go do upper body today. I am doing my push day. I would film, but I don't know if I'm allowed to film in the gym. And, I'm still working up my confidence on filming in public. So instead, I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do at the gym today. I use the Live app by Whitney Simmons to lift, and I have stayed really consistent with it, which I am so proud of myself for doing. So let's take a look at what I have on my agenda for today. I'm getting married here in a few months, and I'm focusing really, really hard on making my upper body look really, really good. So I am proud of myself for doing that. And my progressive overload, for once in my life, I have finally been successfully progressive overloading. And I'm very proud of myself for that. But today I just have some pull-ups, a barbell row, incline bicep curl, lying lat pullovers, and face pulls. I think I said earlier that I had a push day today, but I actually have a pull day. Then my second upper body day of the week will be push. I currently do 2 upper body days and 1 leg day a week, and that seems to be going pretty well for me so far. I know it's only week 2 of training, but I think that is going to be a really good training pattern for me to be able to fit everything that I want to fit into my busy weeks. And, if I only get 1 upper body day in a week because life gets in the way, that's okay because I know I at least did once. So I'm going to head to the gym, and that will wrap up today of training. How I said literally like an hour ago, I've been doing a really good job with progressive overloading. I don't know what it was today, but I feel like I was going back. I didn't drop weights, like go down in weight on anything except for pull-ups. I got to pull-ups, and I unfortunately still have to do the assisted pull-up, but that's okay. A goal I have for myself for the end of 2026 is to be able to do a pull-up unassisted, pure strength, and I'm getting really close. Like last week, I could do like 30 pounds of assisted. This week, I had to do 40. I don't know if I'm just really fatigued from my run. I also rode for 5 minutes before, and maybe that fatigued my muscles a little bit, but I started off with those pull-ups, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have like lost strength this past week, which I didn't. That's not really possible. It just is more about muscle fatigue is what I was experiencing. But thankfully, everything else, I either went up in weight just a little bit or I stayed where I was last week, which is fine. But yeah, I feel like I jinxed myself because I started this video off so confident that I've been so good about progressive overloading. And then I got to the gym today and kind of had my booty kicked, but that's okay. It was still a really good workout, and I need to think more about how to go in with fresher muscles. I mean, it is to be expected with how much I'm spending running now, and my body is like putting more energy towards keeping me strong and towards just like running and not so much the recovery in like other muscles that aren't directly related to running, like my upper body, if that makes sense. So it's harder to put on muscle and progressive overload like every single week when you're running so much. So that's to be expected. I'll just be happy as long as I don't decrease in how much weight I'm able to lift, which I shouldn't because I'm very consistent about going to the gym every week. But I'm very happy that I got that workout in. It felt really good. It took me about 45 minutes, 5-minute row, 40-minute lift, and it was great. My back is on fire. Definitely feel like I worked out my muscles, and it's time to go home and get some protein in me, have lunch in a couple of hours, study, and then go to the pool. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is about 6 a.m. right now, and I am just getting ready to go out on a run. Today I have 4 miles, so let's go eat some pre-run fuel. I'm honestly not super hungry. Today I think I'm just gonna have a piece of toast with some jam. I'm really good about eating before I run. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but if I don't, then I get like really sick to my stomach. I feel like I could run a mile, and if I hadn't eaten anything before, I would just feel so sick. So I have to get actual like food in me. That's just how I am. But I'm also really good at still eating, even if I'm not really hungry in the morning. Like I can force myself to still eat something before I run, even if I'm not hungry. It's just usually something a little bit smaller. So I really like to do dates with a little bit of like nut butter in them, or I like to do just a little piece of toast with some jam because those are things I really enjoy and they just go down easily. So let's go do that and then get out on the run. We are out here this morning. It is a nice, crisp, cool morning. I think it's like 50 degrees, 51, It's always so crazy to me that it's gonna be like 80 degrees here in a couple of hours, because right now it just feels so cool. But I am not complaining. I love it so much for these morning runs. They're just the best. But I have Rudy with me today, and he's gonna film and keep me company, and let's just go crush these 4 miles. Oh my gosh, it's the freaking garbage truck is back. I'm so... Cut the camera. My legs are trashed. I just got back from the gym. It's like 5 p.m. and this was my first like big leg day back after taking some time off. And then, as I talked about in last week's vlog, I really struggled with a lot of like leg pain last week. And so I wasn't really able to do a true leg day last week. So finally I am feeling healthy and was able to really just tear it up in the gym, which was really, really nice. I'm going to make quickly a little post-workout protein shake. I'm honestly pretty hungry. I could just eat dinner, but I like to eat more around like 6:30. And so I'm gonna make something to hold me over. And I have been so good this week about getting my protein in and taking like my collagen and all the stuff. So I'm trying not to flop on that today. But anyways, at the gym, well, I started off with warming up just like on the incline walk. And then I leg pressed and I did barbell RDLs, reverse lunges, supersetted with calf raises. And then I did hip thrusts followed by a couple sets of just seated hamstring curls, eccentric heel drops, and then finally ended up with doing 10 minutes on the Stairmaster. And I'm trying to do a Stairmaster session every time after I do a big leg day to teach my legs how to keep going on fatigue. And so every week I think I'm gonna build up adding 1 to 2 minutes. So next week I'll probably do 11 minutes on the Stairmaster and eventually build up to like 20 minutes, which will resemble like doing a 5K. And I just really wanna do that so that I get good at training on fatigued legs. I think in the future, I'm gonna have the option to do a run today, but I'm just taking it easy since I have been really struggling with being very injured this past week, and I'm trying not to flare anything up. My Achilles has been really feeling good today. It was a little bit sore yesterday, but it held up during my run. And then today, no soreness or pain or anything like that at all. So that's really promising. But I'm gonna try and also do some yoga tonight. That's something new I've been implementing and I've really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm just trying my hardest to take care of myself and my body, eat enough food, really focus on sleep and recovery. I have been not having caffeine after 2 p.m. to see if it improves my deep sleep, because a lot of muscle repair actually happens during your deep sleep. It doesn't matter if you slept 9 hours. If only 5% of that was deep sleep, you're not gonna get that muscle repair and benefit that you should be getting. So I've been focusing on that, and so far, so good. My deep sleep has been up, so I'm gonna try and keep that up. I'm gonna finish making this strawberry vanilla protein smoothie, take Ruby to the dog park, and do some yoga before I go to bed, and that'll wrap up Thursday's day of training. Happy Friday. I am getting ready to head to the gym right now. Today I have an upper body day. It's my push day today, and then just like a 20-minute shakeout run afterwards. Oh, you tired, puppy? She gets me up at 5 a.m. and then by like 8 a.m. she's tired and ready to go back to bed. And I'm like, girl, if you just got up at like a normal time at like 6 or 6:30, then maybe you wouldn't be so tired come 8 a.m. But nevertheless, I am headed to the gym to do my upper body day, like I said, and then afterwards just a 20-minute shakeout run. I'm feeling really, really good. My glutes are sore from lifting yesterday. They're not sore from running. They're not like in pain or feel anywhere remotely close to how it was feeling last week. So that is just so encouraging. I'm very, very happy that there's no pain in my glute and that it's sore in a good way, in like the way of I'm growing my glutes, which is really exciting. I am hoping that my apartment gym isn't busy so that I can actually like film my upper body day today. I am following the Alive app again by Whitney Simmons. I absolutely love it. I think it's so motivating, and I know it's been so beautifully designed to target all the muscles and give you the best results possible. Sometimes I do change or add things to make it more runner specific. Upper body day, I don't touch as much because there's nothing there specifically that is going to really help my running. But on leg day, I'll often modify things to make things more single leg. Since running is a single leg sport, I will change some of the movements on leg days to target my legs individually instead, but upper body days, I usually keep the same. And it's worked really well for me. I have loved seeing my progressive overload. And you know what? I'm hoping today I can more successfully progressive overload than I did on my pull day. So let's go get this lift in. I'm back from the gym. It was such a good lift. I did successfully progressive overload everything except for those front raises that I was talking about, but that's okay because I increased reps, so that counts. That counts too for progressive overload. It is about a billion degrees already outside and it's like 10 a.m. So I'm very thankful that I only have 20 minutes to do today. Honestly, for my lift, it was really nice that I lifted before I ran, because sometimes when I lift right after I run, I'm kind of wiped out from my run and my lift isn't quite as high quality. I think I talked about that a couple days ago. So it was nice today to come into my lift really fresh and be able to get a really solid lift in. I try and do that like once a week. It's usually on this day since I just had like a shakeout run. I'm gonna take Ruby with me. When I run with her, I just like to use this little like waist belt. It works really well. She just loops right around my waist, and then that way she can kind of move around me, because this thing like moves and then it just attaches to her harness. So it's really safe and it makes me feel really safe to take her with me. Good exercise for her. She's so sensitive to heat, so I just know even this 20 minutes outside is gonna have her wiped out for the rest of the day, which is good because I think I wanna go to the pool when I get back my run and just sit down there and study and get in the pool and kind of hang out today because it's gonna be like 85 and sunny. So what else am I supposed to do? Let's go run. I am getting ready right now to go out on my long run. It's only 5 miles this week because I'm still working on making sure that I don't get injured. So I'm really easing back into my long runs. It's so crazy going from like half marathon training to where like 5 miles was just like an easy run day. And now it's my long run. And thinking about how long my long runs used to be. I know we'll get there eventually, and I'm thankful for having a little bit of a shorter long run today. I do love a good like 14-mile long run. There is just something about working that hard for that long and like getting to travel and explore all over the city that I just love. And the time that you have to yourself. And I call it the post long run hangover. There's just like a way you feel after doing like a really, really long run where like you're dehydrated, your legs hurt, like you just don't feel the best. And I feel like it sometimes feels so similar to a hangover. So I call it my post long run hangover. And I'm honestly kind of craving that. I'm excited to get back to that. I'm not going to have that today from 5 miles, but when I do finally get to start running my really long runs again, I am craving that feeling. I'm just craving a really good long run, and I'm glad today is a step in that direction. I'm feeling really healthy, really strong, no pain, no soreness. So I'm hoping that it stays that way and that I can run tomorrow, and I will have had a very successful week of training where I got all of my runs in, which is so exciting considering last week was such a disaster with how in pain I was all week. It's Sunday and I just got back from my first ever Pure Barre class. It was like the classic Pure Barre, and I did it for free with my best friend who goes to Pure Barre like all the time, like that's her thing. And it was so hard. Like I lift and I run, so I train a lot of like my big muscles a lot, but not so much my little tiny muscles. I don't even know, we probably have like so many little tiny muscles in our like arms and our glutes, and definitely Pure Barre like focuses more on those and just like those tiny little movements, which honestly is really good for me because my glutes are really weak. And so working on those fine-tuned muscles definitely is gonna like help me. And I'm gonna try and incorporate like more stuff like that in my weekly training because I think that will benefit my running overall, especially in my glutes. But it was really fun to try something new. The workout went by so fast, and it was something out of my comfort zone. Like group workout classes is not my thing. And so it was really uncomfortable for me to go. Like I was pretty nervous, but it was not bad at all. Like no one is watching you. It was not judgmental. You can kind of do what you need to do, go at your own pace. And that was not what I was expecting, but that's how it was. And I was pleasantly surprised. And I'm glad that I did something out of my comfort zone. So it was really good. I'm very happy I went, and it was a great workout. I highly recommend trying new workout classes or just doing something out of your comfort zone. Mix up your workout schedule, try something new, and you never know, you might really like it. It is now about 10 a.m. and I have a 3-mile easy run to do today. It is already like 1,000,000 degrees and like 80% humidity outside, and it's only gonna get hotter and more humid throughout the day. So I think I just need to suck it up and go run now. I think I might do like a run walk today and really try and keep my heart rate in like the 130s. I'm expecting it to spike quite a bit just because of how hot it is outside, and I'm still like heat acclimating since it's pretty early in the summer. And so I think if I just try and keep in that 130 zone by running a little bit and walking a little bit, that should keep me at my heart rate I want to be at, and also still get some mileage in. So I think I'm going to try that and just knock it out. I know I'm going to be so sweaty afterwards, but I also think it'll be a good shakeout after Pure Barre since I'm already feeling so sore, and I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow from it. So it's nice to shake up my muscles and go do my run. And then I will have completed all of my mileage that I needed to do for the week. Yesterday, actually, I ran 4 miles and then I walked for 2 miles. I stopped at 4 instead of doing the 5 because my glutes started hurting a little bit and my Achilles were flaring up just a touch. And so I just stopped and walked double the like remaining distance for 2 miles, which I made sure to like go like a hilly route so that my heart rate still stayed pretty high. So I think that was pretty beneficial for me. But other than that, I'm really happy with how this week of training went. I did everything I needed to do and I felt great doing it, which is important. But this is going to wrap up my full week of training. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you took away from it that you should listen to your body and stop when you need to stop if you're starting to hurt. If anything ever in the back of your mind tells you this might be an injury, stop what you're doing and modify it, walk, cross train, or you don't have to do anything at all. Just go and stretch, go see a doctor, figure it out. That is still progress. Don't let anyone tell you different. Taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do is still worth your time. I also hope you saw to do something out of your comfort zone. Go try new things. And I'm so grateful you stayed through this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and also comment down below what other content you want to see related to Outlast Indianapolis training. I'm happy to do anything, whether it's nutrition, balancing, training, anything you're interested in seeing, let me know, and I am excited to do that for you.